Hello, welcome to the latest breaking news. In this video, you will see important news on user trending and breaking. Please like this video, subscribe this channel. What can marketers learn from the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese basketball rivalry? Focus on intersectionality. Researchers from University of Washington, Loyola Marymount University, and University of Texas Austin have published a new study that provides a framework for how marketing research can better incorporate intersectional marketing practices. The central narrative in the latest season of the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, was the rivalry between the Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark and the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese. Many have debated how young, talented women like Clark and Reese will help grow the WNBA, but it is still unknown how race and gender can impact the marketing around their teams and the league. In other words, few scholars have explored intersectionality as a perspective to understand the dynamics of female sports. This new study offers a framework for how marketing research can better incorporate intersectional marketing practices. The researchers provide a paradigm and step-by-step guidance for marketing to engage with intersectionality. By following their roadmap, the field of marketing will not only better understand situations like racial differences in the WNBA and contrast it with the NBA, but also predict and thoughtfully navigate these occurrences. Intersectionality highlights systems of privilege and oppression, racism, sexism, classism, and turns theoretical social categories into interconnected consumer lived experiences. As marketing tackles challenges such as emerging technology, political divergence, and data replicability, we argue that intersectionality offers a critical perspective and can shift how we view marketing and consumption, says UGAE. The paper identifies three key components to engage with intersectionality: a definition, a framework, and a roadmap. Defining intersectionality includes considering overlapping identities simultaneously, race and gender, and examining how consumers living at these intersections uniquely experience advantage and disadvantage in the marketplace. Reese's rise to fame as a black woman is not the same as the experience of a white woman like Clark, for example. Their experiences as women are tied to their race and vice versa. Adopting an intersectional framework requires centering consumer experience of disadvantage as a critical factor in any situation. Marketplace interactions, shopping trips, or consumption situations are all informed by the societal context, both past and present. The conversation about Reese and Clark is deeply embedded in the history of gender disparity in sports. It is impossible to fully understand and navigate such situations without that context. The roadmap for engaging with intersectionality requires critical reflection at every stage of the process, whether it is marketing research, brand strategy, or policymaking. What identities are focused on, and whose experiences are being excluded? What role does power and advantage/disadvantage play for different groups of consumers in this context? How can marketers avoid overgeneralizing across consumer groups? Working through the prism of intersectionality has transformative implications for how managers operate and how consumers live. St. Clair explains that any brand involved in sports needs to be intentionally conscious of the history of gender and race in sports. Fashion and beauty brands need to be conscious of beauty standards and cultural appropriation. Food brands need to be conscious of food justice. Technology brands need to be conscious of the digital divide. The experience of advantage and disadvantage at different intersections of identity impacts the daily decisions of consumers. Denying this reality only alienates the very people who managers and policymakers are trying to serve. And given that the experience of disadvantage can come from so many different intersections of identities, age, gender, race, class, ability, sexual orientation, and so on, it is actually the vast majority of people in the marketplace whose intersectional experiences go unseen. By engaging with intersectionality, marketing can better understand and serve understudied consumers. As Krabbe says, embracing intersectionality exposes the power structures within the marketplace and increases marketing's benefit to society and its ability to reflect and address the complexities of real-world behavior.